Welcome to Steve Draws. I'm Steve van der Groot, a Dutch illustrator and animator, but you can call me Steve. In this tutorial I'm going to explain everything about drawing in a 3-point perspective. I've already done some tutorials about drawing in perspective and you can see them right here. The first one is about the 1-point perspective and the second one is about the 2-point perspective. I also leave some links in the description box down below. There are two kinds of 3-point perspective. One is that you're looking down on things, and the second one is when you look up. The only thing you need for this tutorial is a ruler, a pencil and a piece of paper. Let's start drawing. We're first going to draw 3 vanishing points, 2 on the top of the paper and 1 vanishing point on the bottom of your paper. So the first and the second vanishing point will be on top and the third vanishing point will be on the bottom. We're first going to draw some guidelines to get an idea of how this 3-point perspective really works. So first draw some guidelines from the third vanishing point, and these are the perpendicular lines, because these perpendicular lines are now drawn from vanishing point number 3, and this is why they're not straight anymore. So I'm first going to draw the sides of the front view of the cube. We're drawing a cube because this is the most simple form, to show how this perspective works. And I draw points on all the sides. That's always good practice, to get those points and align them with vanishing point number 2 to get the right side of the cube. Also draw the bottom, and you see that it's a very extreme perspective. It looks a bit like if you've taken a picture with a fisheye lens. And draw the top and the bottom of the left side and draw a guideline to finish the cube. And this is how you draw a cube in the 3-point perspective. This is the bird's eye view because you're looking down upon the cube. Also made an illustration of a bird's eye view. It's a little joke because I'm going to draw both perspectives. So the bird's eye view, that's what you're looking at now, and the frog's eye view. And this is a pigeon sitting on a pole and he's shitting on the frog. You see, that's still a very extreme perspective, and when you go away from your third vanishing point, everything will be much bigger. So the bird, which I'm going to draw on top of the pole, is much bigger than the frog that's sitting on the bottom of the pole. You really do need a ruler, to get this extreme perspective right. I'm drawing this with pastel pencils, and if you want me to do a tutorial on drawing with pastel pencils, please let me know in the comments down below. We're now going to draw a 3-point perspective, but seen from the perspective of a frog. You can also call it a frog eye perspective. The only difference is that the vanishing point 1 and 2 are on the bottom of your paper and the third vanishing point is on top of it. So it's the other way around. So first draw in some guidelines to get an idea of the perspective, and we're going to draw a cube again. This is a more rectangular cube. So we're going to draw the perpendicular lines from vanishing point number 3 and this makes it such an extreme perspective. It's quite dramatic. I'm first going to draw the middle line of the cube and then draw the top of the left side of the cube. I'll draw some points on all of the sides, so it's much better, to align them with a vanishing point number 2, because we're now going to draw the right side of the cube. And it's the same here, the same principle. When you draw away from your third vanishing point, everything will be much bigger. So we're going to draw the bottom of the right side of the cube with aligning it to the second vanishing point. And we're going to finish it off with aligning it with vanishing point number 1 and aligning the bottom of it with vanishing point number 2. And this is how you draw a 3-point perspective seen from a frog's eye view. I also made an illustration in a frog's eye view, and I'm just going to time lapse it, and it's a little joke. The first had the bird's eye view, and that was the pigeon shitting on the frog, and now I'm drawing it the other way around in the frog's eye perspective. So the pole is getting more narrow when you draw it near the third vanishing point, which is on top, and everything you draw away from the third vanishing point will be much bigger. So on the bottom of the pole I will draw the frog, and the frog will be much bigger, and the bird that is sitting on the pole will be much smaller. So this is how you draw something in a 3-point perspective. I hope you liked this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. In that way you won't miss a single video. If you have any questions about this tutorial or about drawing in general, please leave them in the comments down below. I will read all the questions and maybe I can answer them or make a new video about it. Drawing is fun and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles!